who's my neighbor, and whom should I love? For whom should I?
Welcome to Stewardship for 2021. I'm Paige Unangs, the board chair for those of you who don't know me. This year's theme is a commitment to love abundantly. We are using the National United Church of Christ stewardship materials this year based on three great loves: love of creation, love of neighbor, and love of children, and did not assemble a separate stewardship committee. The committee chairs, board, and with staff input have thoroughly gone over the church's budget. We've reduced expenses everywhere we could, and income has decreased by our not being able to rent out the facility because of COVID-19. Bottom line, we're asking for a modest 4% increase if you're able for your 2021 pledge. This increase allows us to balance the budget while giving our fabulous staff a 3.5% salary increase and adding a healthcare stipend for our director of music ministry and our office administrator. Our draft budget is set for $410,712, with 41% of our expenses going towards worship, 24% to fellowship and community, 23% to faith formation, and 21% to service and social justice work. You'll hear from fellow church members acting as witnessing stewards today, November 15th and 22nd, which will be our dedication Sunday. Letters with pledge cards were mailed out this past week. Please prayerfully consider with great love what you can give and return your card to the office by the 22nd. Thank you.
Jesus related a story and said, it's anyone who has a need. Yes, anyone who has a need.
Good morning. The friends and members of Bethel regularly demonstrate their love of neighbor in so many ways in outreach to our local and global community. This passion reflects the character of our congregation, especially in these challenging times. And it serves as a concrete bond across the congregation now as we await a time in the future when we can gather again unencumbered by masks and social distance. But during this time of distance, we find new ways close to our home to live our daily lives. Our home and community have come to have even more meaning. Heather and I have grown to know our surrounding neighborhood more completely during this pandemic. Daily walks, don't forget the masks, has expanded our knowledge of the streets and neighborhoods surrounding us, where we have experienced changes of seasons in new ways, watched home improvement projects progress and complete, and learned the names of friendly pets that we regularly pass by. The cute cat's name is Prickles. I am fortunate to have had housing security in my life. My mom and dad brought me home from the hospital to a home which captured decades of memory making. It is where we celebrated milestones with family and friends, and where I learned a love of maintaining a yard and gardening. Now I know that not all the world has had that same privilege, but regardless of our individual experiences or backgrounds, we all share the same goals of happiness, health, and prosperity for our families and our communities. It is one of the key reasons I am proud of Bethel's loving commitment to the mission of Willamette West Habitat for Humanity and their goal to provide a path towards affordable housing and home ownership and home repair here in Washington County. It truly is a concrete example of the love of Bethel changing lives. My service as the Bethel representative on the Habitat Faith Relations Committee provides me an opportunity to put that love of neighbor in action. From volunteering on job sites to attending home dedications for grateful new homeowners, it is fulfilling and a privilege to contribute to the joy of watching a family achieve a dream of having a permanent home to build their own family memories. The recent virtual Build a Home, Frame a Future annual fundraising event is yet another example of our love of our church contributing to the ongoing build out of affordable housing in Washington County. Bethel families and friends pledged donations matched by Bethel's own Reverend Jean and Jim Doan, to contribute towards raising $100,000 for future affordable housing through Habitat for Humanity in Washington County. In a pandemic-appropriate way, Habitat delivered stories via the YouTube platform. We heard from 3 Habitat families. It was inspiring and heartwarming to hear in their own voices of their individual homeownership journey. Their lives were truly transformed through safe, stable, and affordable housing in ways they once thought impossible. In closing, I hope you are proud of the contributions of time and talents by members and friends of Bethel in our support of Willamette West Habitat for Humanity. These efforts, lovingly invested over the years, has made a real difference in the lives of local families who otherwise would not be able to afford housing. I encourage you to join Heather and me in pledging to Bethel's annual stewardship campaign this fall. With your support, our church can continue to share God's love and make a difference. Thank you.